Hi, fellow traders. Well, we have the first week of May down, and it was a pretty good week. It started out terrible. Monday was not a good day. I was not happy after Monday, but the rest of the week came through pretty good. Wasn't perfect, but believe me, after the last month, I'll take it. You know, and it's all about going the distance. That's what it's about. It's about going the distance. Do you have what it takes in order to go the distance? When things start beating you down, when the market starts beating on you and you run out of, or you're mentally and physically exhausted. Do you have what it takes to go the distance? Are you able to dig deep and persevere? These times are gonna happen, and they're gonna continue throughout your trading career. They don't go away. They get fewer and farther between. But yeah, we gotta have a plan to deal with these things. What did you see me do over the course of that? The time I was struggling. I didn't change a thing. I came in with the same mindset, same mentality, and I executed my plan. What did Mike Tyson say? Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. And those people who can stick to their plan after they get hit, those are the ones that are going to succeed. Remember the quote from Rocky Balboa? He says, but it ain't how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's what it's about. It's not about how many good trades you make. It's not about that. It's about, can you go the distance when things aren't working for you? When you have a watch list of 4 or 5 stocks, the one that you picked to trade doesn't work, but the other 3 or 4 do. And it consistently happens. And you go through that rut. Can you go the distance? Can you keep getting hit and moving forward? And that's what it's all about. So everybody that really paid attention over the last month, you got a good lesson if you took it. If you paid attention, I can't tell you how many emails or messages I got telling me I need to change strategies. I need to do this. I need to do that. No. I need to stick to the plan. Because those people that fail are the ones whose plan goes out the window the minute they get hit. Those are the people that fail. Those are the people that the market knocks out. And those are the people whose souls line the streets of Wall Street that we walk over every day. So just remember that. It's about going the distance. And it's about sticking to your plan, being able to continue to get hit in the mouth and keep moving forward and keep executing your plan every day. All right, so the market surprised the hell out of me today. We did close above this channel. We peaked above this channel last week on Thursday, but we couldn't stay. Monday, we opened above it, but we came back and closed back inside the channel. The rest of the week, we pretty much stayed in there. Yesterday, again, we held a 20. We tested it. We dipped below it. We held a 20, and it closed above the channel here. And then today, we confirmed it and even added a little bit more to it, making record highs on the spot. We're going to talk a lot about this on Sunday in our Sunday session, but most of the guys in my mentor is not in any swing trades right now. He told me 3 weeks ago I'm just not trading. The market is not conducive for swing trading now. And he's right. I mean, I tried to take a couple of trades here and there. I'm in one now. I'm in Disney still. Disney was taking a hit, but technically it's still holding up. And it has earnings next week, so I'm going to look at it running up into earnings. Probably will add on Monday if it gives me the signal. But we're going to talk about all that Sunday. I don't want to get into that now. But this isn't what we wanted to see with the market. I actually wanted to see it pull back to at least the 50. Give me another one of these pullbacks so we could have a better chance at having a strong move up. But again, nothing is really making sense in the market the way we would want it to. But that's the market. It's not doing anything that it shouldn't be doing. It's doing what it does. So what we have to do is not about trying to figure out why or how or whatever. It's trading what the market gives us every day. That's what day trading is about. Short-term swing trading, is a little bit more in depth in terms of trying to pick the short-term trends. But day trading, we just trade what the market gives us that day. Who cares what it is? As long as it gives us an opportunity, we're going to do it. So, come Monday, we'll see if we continue this march. Or, if we have a rest day. We'll see. 2 strong days in a row. We'll see how Monday comes. So we're going to go over Tuesday's trades. Thursday's trades and then today's trades. So SQ, this was a home run trade Thursday. Really, really good trade. Opening range breakdown. Big time home run. We hit my final target, which was this 223.72 level. It did dip below it a little bit, but we kind of held up. Once we broke below this, I got back in, but it ran into some hella support. You guys that were in chat, you were watching it with me. I pointed it out. When I got out, I told you exactly why I was getting out when I got out, based on what I saw here. Now, remember what I said. This is important because and why you have to be in tune every day. And you can see it turned around and made a move back up. And it actually reported, didn't it report earnings yesterday after the close? And then it kind of ran up on us. So that was SQ. Really nice trade on SQ. Uber didn't do as well as I anticipated. I did short really close into the daily 200, but I fully expected it to lose this. I thought the weakness was there. We were going to get down to around 45, but it held. We got the first target, and that was it. We started to recover, and I ended up taking it off. So a small win on this, but overall a really nice day. Now I decided this week not to look at my P&L after every day. Just do my reflection. I take a snapshot of the trade log and my the chart. I don't look at the P&L. I don't have it up on my desktop, and I don't go on, the chart that I show you every day. I don't do that. I didn't want to know. I just put my head down and went to work because I didn't want money affecting what I was doing. That's the whole point of this. So I don't have that, but you'll see on the profit calendar what we've got. And then you geniuses can probably figure out pretty close what I made anyway. So, You just, if you want to know, you just do a little bit of math. So that was Thursday. Really good day Thursday. Today was we got Peloton. This was a pretty decent move up. And then I tried to catch a short here. And here is where I made a critical error today in judgment. Instead of reading the price action and knowing that, you could see the tail here. And this told me everything I needed to know. Once we crossed, I should have taken it off. But I let this thing run up and take me to my max loss. I allowed this to do that. Now, eventually it did sell back off. But I allowed this to do that, and I gave back half the money I made on this. Half the money I made this morning, I gave back. So this was just a critical error, and this is why I say you have to stay engaged, you have to stay focused. And this is what can happen when you go on a nice winning streak. When you come out of a slump and you start doing very well and things are clicking, then you start to think everything's going to work out for you. And you allow something like this to happen. So we have to be cognizant and aware of this. I got so mad at myself, I had to go walk outside because there was nobody to blame but me. I look at this and, just doing some quick math, I was up over $300 at one point. I could have taken 2/3 off down here instead of trying to wait for 86 or 86.25, or I forgot what I was waiting for, but I could have taken it off or taken half off or 2/3 and say, hey, and just leave a little bit on just in case we get here, so I could say I made a trade. Just a critical error in judgment. Not sticking to my plan, believing that I can't lose. So you got to pay attention to that. Good lesson learned today, or reiterated today, because I've already learned it 1,000 times. Just reiterated it. SQ was a dumb ass trade that I made yesterday. Going into the close, I'm getting ready to log off my computer, and I'm thinking, you know what, SQ might gap up. I think SQ is going to gap up overnight. When we open, it's going to open up a couple dollars up. I had no clue that that's what was going to happen. I didn't know. There was nothing. All I went by was this thing has a habit of doing that. So I put in 100 shares right before I logged off the computer last night. And sure enough, I need to move it over here. Let me show you what happened. Just gonna move this for a minute. Sure enough, look at what happened here. It ran up. So I get in, once we've gotten over all of this. I put this up here so you could see what the average cost is. And I looked at this after I was done for the day. So I didn't cheat looking at the P&L. But I just wanted you to, as a reference, to see what the price was when I got in. So that's what it looked like. So this morning, let me put this back down here. So this morning, when we opened up trading, we only had a little gap. It got up to 231.99, which was just barely $1 over my entry. Then it pulled back And then finally at the open, or before the open, it popped up. We had this big move up. I couldn't not take profit here. I had to. So I took profit here at 235.50. So I was, it was $5 move. It's pretty much what I was looking for overnight anyway. So I took it. We pulled back, held. Right before the open, we started making this big move up. 238.75. I was looking at this level here. This was the next target anyway. It took it. It hit it pre-market. And so, here we had the big sell-off at the open, profit taking. I said that. I was telling you guys, we just get this profit taking across the board. Most of the stocks that were up sold off at the open. And this SQ worked its way back up. So here, I'm like, I'm going to go in full size. So now we're breaking the top of this channel. I had 25 shares left, I think. So let me go in full size. And I only took 200 shares versus 300, but I was in 225, and sure enough, as usual, when I add, it comes crashing back down, and that's what it did. Ended up taking it off at break even. After the add, it was, I just took it off at break even. So that plan didn't work. But that was before the PTON meltdown, the last meltdown trade. And that's what just cleared the day for me. But I had to go to my nephew's graduation party. He graduated tonight from USC here. My wife graduates tomorrow with her master's from USC. And a lot is going on right now. The ceremonies. Then right after this, we got to get ready for my sons. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks for me. Really a busy next month. But I didn't get to take the Peloton sell-off. It did sell off pretty decent later on, but I was not able to catch that. And by the time I got back to my desk, there really weren't any good moves left. So it wasn't worth logging in. I wasn't going to give back anymore just to try to prove a point. So that was that. So where did we end up for the week? 1924.20. Really strong. Tuesday was the mistake with Tesla, where I left 35 shares on and watched it go straight up, thinking it was going to come down. So I lost half my earnings on Tuesday. Today, I lost half my earnings again with the same problem. Everything was clicking and working so good, I thought nothing can go wrong. Ended up losing half of my profits. But almost $2,000 for the week. If you look at April, this is what I made the whole month of April. The whole month of April. And you can see the struggles. You could clearly see it was a struggle. So if things continue to, give us opportunities, and I continue to be in the right place, the right places, choosing the stock that happens to work, the strategies work. Everybody was sending me messages, emails, saying the strategies don't work. You need to, stop using this strategy, that strategy. They work. The only thing that doesn't work is the trader. That's what it boils down to. So, and I prove it. I proved it time and time and time again. If you've been with me for a while, you've seen the struggles happen. April just happened to be the longest one in the last 6 years. But you still do the same thing. I got hit multiple times, harder than I've ever been hit before. But I stuck to my plan. And I persevered. You know, I think when Mike Tyson made that quote, he might have been thinking about Buster Douglas. Because he got hit in the mouth and Buster Douglas stuck to his plan. And he made Mike Tyson abandon his. So that's what it's all about, guys. So quick look at the equity curve. We're back. Yeah, moving on up. So I think we are kind of headed in the right direction here. We're headed in the right direction again. So gonna enjoy this weekend with all the celebrations. We'll be with you guys first thing on Sunday morning for you guys who come in. And like I said, even if you don't swing trade, come in for the first 30 minutes. Get the market analysis. Let's talk about what's going on. Answer all your questions. And if you want to sign out when we get into the swing trade scans, then, so be it. But you want to know what's going on in the market. You want to kind of have an idea of what's driving it. And it doesn't matter which direction it goes. You just know what's driving it. And if the narrative changes, then you know to expect some changes in the market direction and sentiment. But it's up to you. So you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. And I will see you next week.